As we continue honoring Hispanic Heritage Month, we begin with Paso Negro's Neo Afro Diasporic Festival 2023. This year, they present Ensaya, an educational and performative event where a collective of women from Puerto Rico, Colombia, Honduras, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Gambia, Africa will teach their respective cultural dances and share a final performance that will take us on a journey to Africa through the diaspora. And joining us to share more, we welcome educator, dancer, producer, folklorist, and founder of Paso Negro Oxil Febles. Hello and welcome.
Hi, good morning, Rhina.
Good morning. Congratulations.
So much, and thank you for the opportunity of having me in your show.
Of course, of course. This is exciting. So, let's talk first about the festival itself and how long it's been in existence.
The festival started in 2017 in East Harlem, and then it moved to the Bronx, where I was able to organize it in the Andrew Freeman home, and then afterwards in Rincon Criollo. So this year, Ostos opened their doors thanks to the sponsorship and support of Mr. Felix Arocho, Director of Art Culture Center. And now, well, this year is the home for this festival where I'm going
And
to be able to, share this event with Bronx Nights, like they call them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And thank you for giving us that background. And I understand this is a biannual event.
Yes, it is. It started in 2017 and then in 2019, 2021, and every odd years, I have the mission of doing this festival and collaborating with wonderful artists to bring
Yeah,
this to
well,
life.
now that you brought it to hostels, perhaps maybe you found yourself a home permanently.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes.
Well, there was a time when we were rocking it out with Bon Plenazo, right? So maybe this will be the new rendition of Gathering. Now let's talk about what you have in store. I mean, this is a 2-day festival, and
Yes.
I understand that tonight you're actually kicking it off with some photography from Cuba.
Yes, I had the opportunity of visiting Cuba to do research on tumba francesa and also bomba with a group of Puerto Rican artists. And I met so many wonderful people there. And one of them was Mr. Olaf Kiala Rodriguez. And he's a wonderful photographer that has been capturing through his lens the essence of Guantanamo. So I thought it would be great to have Cuba presented in that way and add images to this story, which is the Neo Afro Diasporic Festival.
I
So
love it,
we're
and,
opening
and
up.
that's happening in the Longwood Arts Gallery.
Correct. We're opening this evening at 5:30 at Longwood Art Gallery at Ostos. There's also a great exhibition of these installations done by the artist Daniel Valle, focused on the Dia de los Muertos theme. And we're also having a panel discussion between dancers and drummers, which is part of a narrative series that I do, and ending the evening with Anthony Carrillo and Amy Quint Millán, double A team, playing Latin jazz. So I think it will be an exquisite evening to open the festival.
That sounds lovely and
Yes.
refreshing, and of course, educational because that's how you operate. And then,
Yes.
so on Saturday, which is an entirely different experience, you start off with these actual classes, right? You have workshops that
Yes.
begin at noon. So, I have a question for you. So, if you're coming in at noon and you're staying for the entire day, should people come with a change of clothes?
I believe so. If people can bring their backpacks and forget about, uh, how they look, but focus on how they will be feeling, I exhort them to, participate in every dance workshop that we'll be offering that day. We have Afro-Cuban dance, Afro-Colombian dance, Punta Garifuna from Honduras dance. So the all of those activities, people can choose if they want to participate in a particular one or enjoy all of them and stay all day and all evening at Osto. So yes, it will be a wonderful day to just forget about other commitments and just be there, be present, and enjoy
Okay,
the
so
day.
before we lead up to the culmination of the musical concert, I just for clarity purposes, this is all being presented with live drumming. Each of these workshops.
Yes, they start at noon. All of them have live drumming. We have also the Afro-Cuban class is going to be led by an artist from Guantanamo that is visiting New York City, Jonas Borrero. So that will be also a great experience. So each class has their particular drums, their particular sounds for people to enjoy and learn from.
So, oh, that's so lovely. It sounds so refreshing. So it's like you're culture hopping right through the drums.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
love that. I love that. So do people need to register in advance to participate in these classes?
No, they just need to show up. I didn't want to complicate it because maybe, some people want to take all of them or just a few. So they just need to show up and, choose whatever they want to do because that's part of the freedom of this festival.
Speaking of free, the whole thing is free on top of everything else. That's my
Yes.
favorite word. That's my favorite. Aside from it being an exercise of freedom, it's actually free. So it's available to anybody.
Yes, to me, it's very important to make this accessible for everyone, especially for people in the Bronx. Although this invitation is for everyone in New York City to attend. But yes, it is part of that mission to make this opportunity for healing and connection something that is available for everyone. And it's for every age also. So there shouldn't be any limitations for people to go there and enjoy.
Oh, I love that. And I love that you clarified that. This is very family oriented. So you can make it
Yes,
a family day should you want to explore something new and learn something new as well. Because,
correct.
Oxy, you're an educator. So I know that in everything you put your hands on, there's another form of education being exercised, not solely in the movement, but in understanding our cultural backgrounds, right? From the Afro descent, right? So
Yes.
let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, one thing that I've always enjoyed and appreciated of this city is diversity, the cultural diversity and how we enrich one another. And this festival was meant with the purpose of creating that artistic and cultural bridge that where we can share our history, where we can share our stories, find the similarities and the struggles that we share and share these stories through sound and music and images. And also, if there's an opportunity to do lectures, that is fine as well. But I think that the arts is such a special tool to inform people that it has the greatest impact of all, and it leaves something and it imprinted in everyone. So that was basically the purpose of this, and most of all now that we also are during the domestic violence awareness month, and
Right.
mental health to me is very important, right? So
Yeah.
we need to share as a community ways to heal, to process things, and to gift ourselves with that moment of the present, and engage in the activities that will put our bodies into that frequency that will give us that health. So I think the purpose of this festival, besides being just entertaining and
Right.
educational, it's also for healing and to bring communities together through the arts.
Absolutely. I mean, I've learned that healing is actually more it becomes more expedient when you do it together, right? When it's a communal function, we
Yes,
heal faster when we're together rather
exactly.
than alone. So that's a scientific fact, actually.
Hmm. Yes.
And so the fact that dancing for me is the most therapeutic thing anyone can exercise, for not only for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, but to be in community and also learn from each other, right? Because you've got again, you've got the language of Bambula, you've got Afro-Cuban, you've got Punta Garifuna and Bujerenge. And so those are all different countries and all different sounds and all different styles of movement in which they all have something in common, which is the drum.
Yes. And
And
an
that to
African
me is
legacy.
the healer. That's the healer right there.
Exactly. Hmm.
So before we go, we have to share how this all culminates on the main stage and who you've chosen to be part of this presentation at 7 p.m.
Yes, we have a wonderful lineup of artists that will be participating in the musical concert that will start at 7 o'clock in the main theater. We have Saliu Sosu, an artist from Gambia with a trio that will be sharing with us different sounds that we might not be used to hearing them, to listening to the kora and other instruments that he will be there, performing with. I also have Alma Moyo from Puerto Rico doing Afro Puerto Rican bomba. Bulla en el Barrio with the director Carolina Oliveros doing bullerengue and the music that are very distinct from Afro-Colombian regions. And I also have Los Palos de Belier doing Afro-Dominican music. I have a poet, Kaila Boulé, which is also going to participate in that evening. So yes, we have the participation of a few dancers as well in different artistic pieces. So yes, it's a beautiful lineup of people that are giving their all and participating in a way that they haven't done, amongst themselves before. So it's a new experience for them as well.
Oh my gosh, this sounds so soothing. All right. And I haven't even arrived. And so just listening to it and listening to the way you've curated this very intentionally. And so in your terms, in your words, when you use the term Neo Afro Diasporic, what are you hoping that people what are you hoping attracts people to the event, and what are you hoping people leave with?
I hope they leave with an impression of the new faces, because that's why I use the word neo. It's a new expression, a new way of expressing something that is from the past, and we're making it relevant, and we're making it make sense, and we're combining it with other people's cultures. So it's about reviving the past in a new way with new aesthetics and a new form of representation. I want them to come in actually with no expectations,
Nice.
just willing and open to live the moment and enjoy the sounds and enjoy movement and just be in the present and letting go of everything, because that's the best way to enjoy something when you're not walking in with expecting something in particular. I think the main focus is just to understand that Africa is the center of this. The
Right.
drum is the center of it.
Right.
Healing and connecting is the purpose of this. And I have to appreciate Ostos for giving me that opportunity and for you to be able to share this event with your followers.
Absolutely. I love all the work that you do, Oxy. I
Thank
love how deliberate you are with everything that you put your hands on. And we are happy to share this with our viewers. And we hope you guys take advantage of this. Once
you. Yes.
again, Oxil Febles, founder of Paso Negro, educator, dancer, producer, folklorist. And once again, the Neo Afro Diasporic Fest 2023 is happening tonight at 5:30 p.m., starting with Guantanamo photography, and then narrative of a traveling drum series, ending with double A team Latin jazz. And then on Saturday, that's when Ensaya Afro Diasporic dance workshops begin from noon to 5:15, with a musical concert conclusion at 7 p.m. on the main stage at Hostos Center for Arts and Culture, located at 450 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And for more information, visit oteamnywix.co and hostos.cuny.edu. All right, stay tuned. More open when we return.